Should we go back to the 80s again?
Shall we?
Can't
Very
get enough of the 80s.
nostalgic this morning, haven't we?
Because they became one of the most popular bands of the ska and two-tone era, and now Madness are celebrating 45 years in the industry with an album of some of their best-known 45 hits, and they're also going on tour. 45 hits.
They were busy. We're going to speak to frontman Suggs in just a moment, but first let's remind ourselves of some of those iconic tunes.
Hey you! Don't watch that! Watch this! One step beyond!
What fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learned at school was how to bet not break the rule. Oh, what fun we had, but at that time it seemed so bad. Trying different ways to make a difference. So it must be love, love, love. It must be love, love, love. Nothing more, nothing less. Love is the best. Welcome to the house of fun. Now I've come of age. Welcome to the house of fun. Welcome to the Lion's Den. Temptations on his way. It was made in '59 in a factory by the time. Mrs. Morris on the door.
You can carry on singing if you want. Morning, Suggs.
It's sad singing along with
Your own tunes.
They're all
also,
good though, isn't it? It's very catchy.
they're still brilliant.
Thank you.
Timeless. How
Yeah,
did you manage that?
Yeah, well, that's the premise of this Greatest Hits album, which I know we were going to talk about. But, yeah, 45 years, and it is extraordinary that we're still playing those songs. And people still really love them. I mean, we're going on tour. I've done all the promo now, shall I go?
That was
We could just chat about something else.
No, it was interesting because just before you came in, we were talking about the 80s and we were talking about those nuclear warning films, but also just going back to that sense of the 80s, which was such a formative time, a time of real transition, and for your music to be the backdrop for that period for so many people. I mean, that must mean a huge amount.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You know, and it almost feels like there was a period, late 70s, where it all sort of went a bit black and white, almost. And then colour sort of burst out. And we were part of that colour, I think, yeah, with that in the two-tone scene and all that. It was a very exciting time, for sure. And we had a lot of fun, as you can see. I mean, what's nice about watching them videos back is we were genuinely having a really good time. And I think I heard someone the other day saying, you know, a lot of acts get kind of promoted by the record company and designed and packaged, and that was us, you know what I mean? We didn't have any designers or people looking after our clothes. We just did what we wanted.
And are you glad that your heyday was then, that the 80s was your moment?
I think it was a great
rather than
time.
now?
I mean, much harder, I think, for bands, just for simple facts like there are less venues to play in. I mean, there were hundreds of pubs around we were in Camden Town, and there are probably only about 2 left. Funny enough, that Baggy Trousers video reminds me of... I meet a few kids who are from that school in Kentish Town who are growing up now, and there's one girl who said, I've got my bone to pick with you. She said, I was having this cigarette behind the bike shed and you showed it in the video.
Oh, no.
And my dad nearly killed me.
Forever famous.
Exactly. But funny that, yeah, how it all comes back, you know.
And
but so long ago, it seems like yesterday still, you know. But hopefully, yeah, as you say, there is some timelessness to having fun and writing catchy songs.
And also, when we watch it now, you can't fake that genuine fun, can you?
Well, that's what I'm saying, you know, yeah. And even me, you know, even though I say so myself, when I look back at them, you know, we're just really messing around and having a laugh. I mean, we're all quite extrovert. Which helped, you know, so you had to do something funny if you were going to get into the video at all, because there's 7 of you all fighting for 3 minutes of time. So everyone made an effort, you know, and we dressed up as everything. I said, from like mushrooms to exploding traffic wardens to cowboys. So,
As if nuclear war wasn't enough of a threat, Suggs. We had Ollie Murs sitting here, right where you're sitting yesterday.
Good old Ollie.
And he was talking about sort of trying to recapture that sense and sound in his music today as well.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of tunes, yeah, and I can see that. And he's called it Knees Up, which is all right, sort of madness, sort of end of the pop spectrum. But no, I love Ollie, and he's come on stage with us a couple of times. In fact, it was rather sweet. He came to see us somewhere or other, and he just queued up with the people that we meet before the show, you know, the greet and meets with his mum and dad. And I said, you should have told our manager. He could have come in the dressing room and stand in the corridor. And I was really good luck to him. Yeah, he's got an album out. We're battling for that top 10. So hopefully he does well and we do well.
We thought that this wasn't a greatest hits album.
Yeah.
But you said earlier it's a greatest hits album. So what is it?
Well, it's a compilation of all the records that we made over 45 years. It just struck us that we've been going for 45 years. We put out 45 records over 45 years. So there is some more obscure stuff and all that, but it's basically all the big hits, including some of the less known hits, if you can call them such. But yeah, there's never been a compilation of this sort of magnitude. So I hope that, I don't know if it's the end of an era, but it certainly sums up this part of our career so far. Hopefully there'll be a bit more to come.
And when you listen to them kind of in order, can you sort of understand your journey in a different way?
Yeah, that's great, yeah, because it's not something I do on a regular basis, sit around listening to my own records. But when we were putting it together, yeah, and you hear, obviously, the progression of 7 really naive young kids who can barely play their instruments to a load of cynical old buggers who think they're much better than they are. No, but you see that musical progression as the songs go on, yeah, which is a nice feeling. You know, we did a lot of stuff over that period, and it's great to feel that, you know, it's got some kind of packaging and everyone can get it if they want.
You say cynical. Were you really cynical by the
No,
end?
I'm joking at the end, yeah. It just came to me. What's the opposite of naive? No, we're still pretty naive, actually.
Wise, maybe.
Yeah, and you just get better at playing your instruments, whether you like it or not. You know, people often say, oh, the best music's made when bands are young. But I think that's a lot to do with energy and naivety. But you can still have energy and naivety, but you just play a bit better, and that's something you can't play badly anymore.
And we'll see and hear for ourselves because you're doing Radio 2 in concert.
That's right, yeah, very much looking forward to that. Yeah, we've got a really busy run-up now, obviously promoting the album, the Christmas tour coming up, but also, yeah, Radio 2 in concert with our lovely Jo Wiley, which is always a lovely thing to do. It's in front of a little audience, and we just do 8 or 9 songs, but we're trying to get a Christmas song together. Our manager had been banging on about doing a Christmas song. But the problem with that is you have to write it in the summertime to get the lead
at
time.
least.
It's the last thing you're thinking about when you're lying on the beach in Marbella in your flip-flops. And you think, oh, in December, oh, we should write a Christmas song.
But have you done it?
Well, we're covering a Christmas song.
OK.
But I said to our manager, can't we pick something that's a bit less cheesy? And he just went quiet. He went, Suggs, what Christmas song isn't cheesy, mate?
You've got to be cheesy.
There are no jazz fusion, you know, avant-garde Christmas songs. So we're having a go at one. So
Which one?
I can't say.
Go on.
I can't because it might not work. But anyway, I'm teasing the audience. What are you doing here?
I see, sorry.
Listen to the show on Radio 2 to hear the world exclusive.
Tell me it's Mariah Carey.
George Michael. Oh, no, it's not either of those. No, it's not.
Should we just keep going through all of it?
No.
Suggs, fantastic to see you.
Thank you very much, yeah.
And Hit Parade out now, and the new tour starts next week.
Do stay with us. The headlines are coming right up.